All right, hello, second grade Smarties, and happy Friday. So, we have been reading a story about a chameleon that changes color with his environment. So, he tries to change to green on a leaf. He tries to remain on that leaf, right? But what happens as he remains on that leaf? That leaf changes colors, and so he changes colors. So, we are going to be talking about how animals and people can change their environment using one example, and that is the beaver. The beaver is an animal that builds a dam. That's a structure that's made of mud, of river rocks, of sticks, of some dead leaves and other things, and they pile it together so they can make a little lake for themselves, but they use it as a source of protection from predators. So they build that dam so they can swim underneath it and hide within that structure to stay away from predators. So what we are going to do is we are going to make our own dam using some of these resources in front of me. So I have some mud that is very delicious because it's chocolate icing. I have some rocks that are not river rocks. I found them here on the playground. I have some leaves and some sticks. Now, in a river where most beavers would live, they would build their dam in a stream or along a river, which is a smaller body of water. So I have some holes here in my river that show how water can flow, how water flows. Do you see that water trickling down? Well, a beaver starts by collecting materials to where he can stop that water from flowing and uses it as protection. So he changes his environment using things around him. Isn't that so cool? So if you want to build a dam with me, go for it. So we're going to start out with some mud. So he cakes up some mud on the bottom layer of the river. So he takes some mud and he puts a bottom layer. And I want you to think, which resource is going to be the most helpful for keeping it stable? Will the sticks, leaves, or rocks be the most helpful of making a foundation for our dam? The rocks, right? So this is acting like cement or glue. So I'm going to put my layer of my mud at the bottom. And then I'm going to stick some rocks at the bottom to keep the water from escaping. So here's some rocks, putting it on the bottom. See, I'm making a barrier to keep water from getting through. Let me see if I can find some other rocks. There we go. So I have some rocks. Now, I can't just put leaves on top of it because it's not going to stick to the rock. So I'm going to put some more mud on here. Put some more mud on my rocks. There we go. And now I'm going to start using these leaves to kind of close up any spaces. So I'm going to use some sticks in there. And the beaver, think about the beaver. He doesn't have hands like people do, right? So to make pieces that are small enough for him to move around, he has to use his teeth, which is an adaptation that they have to help them with surviving. So I'm going to keep making layers using that, and eventually, ta-da! I have a beaver dam. Okay, so this was one that I made before. And so if you look really closely, I have so many layers in there. And what a beaver dam will do is if it is secure enough from the bottom to the top, it'll make a pool of water, a little lake of water. So I'm going to put the holy side right here, like we did at the beginning. And I'm going to take my cup of water. Okay? Now watch what happens. There's only a little trickle of water coming. And look what's happened on the side where I dumped my water in. It's acting like a pool. It's building up. And again, think about why beavers build dams. For protection. All right, so we're going to put our dam away. I'm going to clean my hands off. So, friends, just like the chameleon changed with his environment, animals and people can change the environment they live in. So think about people. We make changes to our environment all the time. We plant things, we build new buildings, we tear down trees. Some of those changes are good, just like we learned in the Generation Genius video, right? Some changes are good. Some changes are good that we do, but some are not good to our earth. So, friends, if you also build a beaver dam, make sure to send me a video or a picture in Seesaw. All right, Smarties, keep that growth mindset. Good learners do hard things, and happy learning. Bye, guys.